It's gonna be my first cup of coffee for the day, even though it's 12:15 in the afternoon. I didn't do the morning cup of coffee.
I like how you said first, like you're already planning on your second.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe grab one of these Alohas or something. So today, we're going to talk about Florida's excessive heat. We're going to talk about Crab Island and Destin. And we're going to talk about touching people.
Touching me, touching you.
Oh,
Isn't that how the
Lord.
song goes? Sweet Caroline, dun, dun, dun. You know, everybody did it.
Everybody
Said dun, dun, dun.
Not everybody. YouTube gives me demographics on age, region, and gender, but doesn't give anything else. So
Okay.
I don't know if everybody's singing that song.
Okay, that's true. I love this Brita thing. I'm so glad we got this.
What'd you do with the other one?
It's sitting right there. I'm gonna donate it.
Oh,
Watch
it's
your
a
back.
massive size difference.
Yeah, exactly.
The black one's bigger.
Generally how it works.
So, number one, thank you to the viewers or the listeners. I don't know how many people are actually watching versus listening only.
True, because it's podcast style.
And we watched Matt and Abby. Is that right?
Yes.
It was Matt and Abby, right?
Matt and Abby.
So actually, I went back and I saw another one of their podcasts. And in the beginning, they said, leave a review on Apple Podcasts. So when he said leave a review, he
at
was
first-
saying
yeah.
Apple. Like,
That's what I figured. I figured it was for the podcast.
are we on Apple Podcasts?
No, we're on Google.
Are you sure? Like, does it not automatically, like, I don't know how it
I
works.
think you have to pay to be part of Apple Podcast, but I'm not 100% positive there.
Oh, gotcha.
Because we're doing it through YouTube, it should automatically go to Google stuff, which is YouTube Music and things like that, since they're the parent company. I think Apple, you have to pay to be on their platform. We'll look into it though.
Apple, Spotify. I don't know what the other podcast platforms are, but we just do it because YouTube automatically puts us on a podcast if we select to make the playlist a podcast.
But it's also cool since in most of these that you and I do, we're not showing anything that like the viewer needs to like really see like a computer screen or anything like that. So it makes it easier for people who are in traffic or are doing chores, or I say chores, we're adults. I just don't know if that's considered chores or not. Doing
Honey-do list.
adult things.
I don't think they're watching us while they're doing adult.
You know what I meant. I
would
realized
be-
that after I
or
said it. That would be
that'd
awkward.
Listening, they'd be
Yeah,
like,
that'd be
they'd like,
weird. You know what really gets me in the mood?
Like, our schedule's tight, so we're gonna go. We're
We're gonna have to
We're gonna
multitask
catch
here.
this economic update and beat them guts in at the same
You can't
time.
say it like that. I mean, I guess you can. But there's a lot of people who love your voice, so it's possible the ladies are like, hey, hun, if you could just put on Kevin, I guess we'll deal with Michelle too, but if you could put on Kevin real fast, that'd be great.
Well, stay until the end for a special. Why did I say
You Mike
special?
Tyson?
Special message. We got a special message coming to you guys at the end. And the community post poll. Let's review the community post poll
Okay.
and what you guys voted on. I'll let you read this.
Okay, what video or live stream do you want to watch next? So 35% said how to start a YouTube channel, 15% with fun and exciting travel adventures, 14% said amazing foods and restaurant reviews, 10% wanted beach walks, 27% said podcast conversations.
So the majority of folks who wanted how to start a YouTube channel and podcast conversations, we will just wrap that all up into one.
I was about to say, might as well throw them together. They had the highest percentages.
But the fun and exciting travel adventures, you can definitely see that here. I put one up the other day. We were on the boat, but there's plenty of that on SquirrelTribe Life. Amazing foods and restaurant reviews. Now, we don't have any specific restaurant reviews, but we did have a lot of food videos, a lot of food in our videos. And maybe you will see more of that coming from this
Me.
one soon. Beach walks.
It's too hot. It's too
Yeah,
hot for
it's
beach
too
walks
hot.
anyway, so it don't
It's
even
too hot.
matter. We wouldn't do it if that had been the overwhelming one.
It
I'd
is.
been like, listen. Midnight beach walks don't count. You can't see us.
You know, it's hot and the kid doesn't like the beach, so it's like
So weird.
we have to wait. We'll wait till
She doesn't dislike the beach. She loves all of it,
she doesn't
minus
like
the sand.
Well, I mean, it's kind of hard to have a beach without
But
sand.
you can still like, no, she'd like to be on a balcony looking at it. She just don't want to walk onto it. There's a difference.
There is a difference. A lot of people would love to have more money. Mm-hmm. They would love to have a job or an income stream that they enjoy. They would love to have passive income, wealth, savings, investments, but they don't want everything that comes with it. Mm-hmm. Ultimately, before it, the pre-cum. To what?
You.
These are the things. Look, having a serious conversation. These are the things that come before. Pre is a prefix for before. So I just shortened the word.
Okay.
These are the things that come before that achievement. Mm-hmm. And you actually sent this link today, and it's got this picture of Emmitt Smith and Michael Jordan. You can read it. I'll let you read it.
Okay. It says, back in the 90s, Emmitt Smith, in case you don't know, he played for the Cowboys, Dallas Cowboys. Emmitt Smith reached out to Michael Jordan for the Bulls and to learn about business from him. Mike said no problem and set a meeting place. After they met, Emmitt asked, how come we don't have meetings like this more often to learn and do business together? And Mike said, well, what did you have to do to get this meeting? Emmitt said, I had to call you to ask for the information. And Mike said, exactly. If you had not done that, we would not be sitting down talking about business. You were humble enough to ask, meaning you were willing to learn. I cannot teach someone who is not willing to learn. You have to have a fertile mind, or fertile, before seeds can be planted, or you will never learn. As the saying goes, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear.
I like that.
Mm-hmm. I thought you would.
I like that. It was funny because I was actually talking to my brother, and I was telling him about some of the plans that we had when we got back and what we wanted to do and the businesses and people we wanted to connect with. And somehow we got along to like, well, how are you going to make that happen? I said, well, pretty much how I've always made it happen. I literally just walk up to someone and just ask them a question or just show up and just see how far I can go. And that's it.
That's it. I mean you can't get outside if you don't open the door and take that step. You know what I mean? And you can't get inside someplace if you don't open the door and step in. So you got to have both.
I will say you still need to send somebody an email that I don't think you sent an email to yet.
Fort Walton lady?
No.
Mayor of Destin guy?
Yeah.
Okay. I was waiting for the kid to get back in school so I could be like focused.
I don't like to wait. I
understand that.
I don't like to wait, especially because typically what happens is, oh man, you should have said something to me 2 weeks ago. That I hate it.
Okay.
Especially with the way that we have ability to communicate in technology. I hate it.
That's true.
I hate it.
That's true.
But either way, that was the poll results. Those were the poll results. Also, make sure you guys check out the links in the description. We got links down there for SquirrelTribe merch. You got some new merch coming?
Working on it, yeah.
Free stocks from Moo. Join us on Patreon as always, and get your YouTube channel started. Mm-hmm.
One of the easiest things. I'm thinking about starting another one. That would be 4 though, so I don't know.
I mean, I think if you started one, you would probably pull back on another.
That is true.
I'm guessing. I don't know.
That is true.
I mean, you've already pulled back as it is.
That is true.
So.
That's true.
I concur.
Yes.
Just a follow-up? Or
nope, that's it.
Okay.
That is all.
Stating facts here. True.
True.
Now, this one, I don't know if you've seen it, but you actually sent me a screenshot of the forecast. And Where News 3, which was that dreadful news station we ended up on the other night.
The one where
I think so.
Yeah.
Everybody was dying. Excessive heat warning for Sunday across Northwest Florida. The screenshot you sent, you got to watch the Gus Johnson skit about news.
Okay.
News websites and news companies. They're like, how come nobody will go to our website? because you just get bombarded with
ads and stuff.
I mean, just it took over the entire screen.
Yeah.
Anyway, maybe I need to talk to these people about how to generate better revenue through actually providing value to the end user. But either way, you sent a screenshot of the forecast, and you said it's supposed to feel like 112.
It says it's 91 degrees, but it feels like 112. And I was like, why?
Excessive heat warning in effect from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. today. Highest heat alert we can get. Dangerous heat possible today. Feels like temperatures could get as high as 115 degrees, according to Joseph Neubauer.
You really think the kids want to walk around outside and shop today? I just thought of that.
Ooh, that's
probably
a good one.
A horrible idea.
That's a good one. It is going to be hot.
Yeah.
And I'm not, I mean, look.
You know, kids today wear sweatpants and sweatshirts everywhere.
Yeah, and I'm not going to be spending all this money on these Starbucks refreshers that don't actually refresh.
Because it's nice than anything.
But I did go outside earlier to get on the computer, and as soon as I walked out there, everything got wet. No, not like that. I mean, it was a little moist, but my computer got wet, my sunglasses got wet, microphone got wet, the tripod got wet, everything got wet.
I'm okay.
The humidity. It was very humid.
Well, I was going to say, because I saw the lady walking by with her dog, and I was like, wow, chicka, wow, wow.
Oh, Lord. I don't think that's how that works. She would get wet.
That's the thing. You walked out, and she said, bam, chicka, wow, wow.
But part of the problem with this excessive heat is recording. And I've actually run into this 2 or 3 times since we've been back. Since we got back, I started, and this is for the YouTubers, the soon-to-be YouTubers, content creators, videographers, it doesn't matter. Anyone who likes to record video, since we got back, I started recording in 4K again.
On purpose or accidentally?
On purpose. Like, when we were on the road, I needed to conserve space and make sure the uploads were as small a file size as possible.
Because the Wi-Fi of most places suck.
Yeah. We're back here. We got amazing internet. I got ability to make room on my devices. I'm shooting in 4K. 4K gets hot. 4K got hot on the GoPro last year when I was using it, riding around. I realized 4K had like 12 minutes. The battery would last for an hour, but 4K was like, nope, 12 minutes. Even in the car with the AC running, it was like 15 minutes. Walking on the beach with it in 4K, not going to happen.
Yeah.
So essentially, the phone is better. The phone, I can get like 25 to 28 minutes.
Before it's like, hey, we're hot, and then just
the beauty of this
out.
one, the Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra, is that it actually doesn't delete the file. Because my S20 FE, if it got hot, it shut off. It didn't save the recording.
Which is enough to make you want to throw your phone into the wall.
Make you hot.
Yeah.
But with that being said, I did want to talk about how many subscribers do you need to make money on YouTube? Business Insider asks the question, or kind of answers the question with how many subscribers you need to start making money on YouTube.
I would say 0.
Why?
Because if you're looking at it through YouTube monetization, you need a certain amount. But if you're looking at it through outside sources of revenue based off of YouTube, 0.
Correct. Business Insider says that creators who are part of YouTube's partner program can monetize their videos with ads and other features. To join YPP, creators must have a set of metrics.
YPP, you know me.
Long form videos or shorts. If you make that parody video, YouTube would probably play it as an ad. Creators shared how they started making money on YouTube, and we can learn how much money 28 different YouTubers make in a month. However, creators on YouTube don't need hundreds of thousands of subscribers to start earning money or to turn the gig into a lucrative side hustle. A creator must be a member of the YouTube Partner Program to qualify for the platform's monetization features. To start earning money directly from YouTube, creators must meet a threshold of 500 subscribers, 3 public uploads in the last 90 days, and either 3,000 watch hours in the past year or 3 million YouTube Shorts views in the past 90 days. Once accepted, eligible creators can earn money from features such as channel memberships, super chats, super stickers, super thanks, and the ability to promote their products with YouTube shopping. For AdSense, to start earning money from YouTube, creators must have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours in the past year. That qualifies them to get a split of their ad revenue that comes from their videos.
Oh, even I didn't realize that they had changed it so that you could start making money earlier, but not actually through YouTube AdSense. I didn't realize it was only from super thanks and super chat and stuff like that. Good to know.
So a lot of you guys definitely do come through on the live streams and some of these videos with the super chat and the super thanks. We really do appreciate it. And I would say that for me, since I do not have shorts under my belt yet, I gotta shift my focus to shorts.
What do you mean? You have shorts on your channel?
No, under my belt, to the point of which I could actually get 3 million shorts views in 90 days. That's a lot.
So you're gonna start a new channel for that?
No. God, no. I'm not gonna do that. But I do want to learn it to be better at it. But I would just shoot for the long form videos and get 4,000 hours of long form. So 2 or maybe just like a day ago, I modified my channel and I eliminated about 900 videos off my channel. And you were like, well, just make sure you keep 4,000 hours on your channel so you don't, trigger anything with YouTube or whatever. And I wasn't worried about it at all. But you said it, so I was like, well, let me just look at the one video on my channel that has the most views. And it currently has 3,200, it gained 3,200 subscribers. It has 25,000 hours of watch time from one video.
So I think you're good.
One video. So I would just like, this is normal. This is normal.
The watch hours are on that one Walmart one I have.
To get 3 million shorts views, I gotta have to look. Most of my shorts get like 2,000, maybe 1,000 views. I've had 1 or 2 that got like 8,000, but I'm not like, I do not have shorts down to the point of which I would want to try to achieve the shorts requirement for monetization in 90 days when I could have a year to get the long form 4,000 hours. And there's another reason why. You talking about this one right here?
I'm just curious. 61,000 hours.
That's funny because you've got more than double the views
1.2 million.
compared to my 280,000-ish. But you don't
Have the retention.
have that much more in hours. You see what I'm saying? But it's not a big deal. But you did gain way more subscribers from it than
Which is crazy.
what I gained.
Yeah.
But I would, because of what YouTube Shorts pays, or I should really say doesn't pay,
Yeah.
I would not even consider it as a goal to reach monetization, because even once you get there, you're not really going to make that much money with shorts.
Through YouTube.
Exactly. Through ad revenue.
Yeah.
Through ad revenue, which is something I talked about on a video just the other day. Hopefully you guys caught that video. But the video is actually titled, "Make these 2 investments in 2023 and never worry about money again." And that video goes into detail about YouTube, specifically shorts, and 2 simple and easy ways to make a lot of money. One of which YouTube is actually working on, which we're going to talk about a little bit later. But at the end of the day, you don't really need a ton of subscribers to make money on YouTube.
No.
Which then flows into the next question of, well, I don't know how to make videos. I don't know how to edit videos. And again, I've got another video for you. I put it up yesterday. And this one is, my job pays me $120K per year to do this. Never been better. Go check it out, because in that video, I literally show you how to make videos. In that video.
That's helpful.
Simple and easy. It was actually originally titled like how to make videos easily using the Samsung, but the algorithm didn't really seem to like that title, so whatever.
Whatever.
But that's that. Let's keep talking about business.
Okay.
Let's talk about Crab Island businesses.
Okay.
Because you read that one yesterday.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That one, I was like, are you kidding me right now? Any way for the government to take the way...
I think it's just to get attention. It's not going to go anywhere.
I was about to say, I hope it doesn't go anywhere, but it does come across as just a way to take business away from smaller businesses. Like
explain it. Just explain it. So Newsweek says there's a battle for Crab Island as Florida locals rebel against
Biden intervention. So there's a place in Destin called Crab Island. It's where all the boats go. It's basically a sandbar in the beginning of the bay, if you will. And when the tide is low, you can literally...
You've probably seen it because we show it to you
all
often.
the time. And it's in tons and tons of movies and videos and whatnots everywhere. Kane Brown was here. Jelly Roll was here. There's been other people here. I don't know who those are. I just know
Kevin was here.
And that's what matters, Kevin and Michelle. So there are vendors out there because there will be 100 boats out there of people who want to go hang out for the day, be able to stand up in the water and chill and, kids playing whatever else. But then you're like, well, I didn't pack this, this, and this. So there are vendors in little boats, little dinghies, if you will, who motor around and they have ice cream for sale. They'll have suntan screen for sale. They'll have Red Bulls for sale. Everything but alcohol. They don't sell alcohol, but they'll have fruit smoothies. There's the Reef Burger. I think it's called Reef Burger or Reef Bar. It's a floating restaurant where you can go up and literally get burgers. And then they have somebody who goes around with barbecue. They have all kinds they sell floats out there, literally anything you could think of. And it's smaller businesses who make their money during the tourist season on Crab Island by just boating around and selling things. Red Bull is going to cost you $5. A barbecue sandwich is going to cost you $14. So you have to be willing to pay that kind of money, but it's still a way for businesses to make money from the tourist whatever. But the problem here is that now they're saying that Biden intervention, which I don't know what has to do with Biden.
This is Matt Gaetz.
Well, he's the one who doesn't want to do it.
Oh, okay.
No, he's the one who doesn't want to do it. He's the Republican whatever for Florida.
It says Florida Congressman Matt Gaetz, I think I'm saying his name right, has warned a new federal government commercial services strategy for the Crab Island sandbar near Destin in Northwest Florida could end up baiting people into their own drowning.
Which is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. The way they phrased it.
I mean, technically, the ocean does, the water does that.
So
like, the businesses can't drown people.
They're trying to
say water drowns people.
They're trying to say it's part of the National Park Service, although it's open waters. So I don't understand how that's part of the National Park Service because it's not over near that one little national park spot. It's like way far away from it.
The House Republican claimed the proposal from the National Park Service would threaten up to 100 small businesses, which would be forced to either close or move into deeper water, endangering their customers.
The deeper water being the thing, because the whole point in Crab Island is that people can literally anchor their boats and get out and hang out. And if you try that in the deeper waters, you can't touch the ground. It's not going to work.
No. I think that this is a play on words, and it's going to put their customers as an endangered species, and they're just going to disappear. I don't think that the customers are going to be at greater risk because of the depth. I think it's going to endanger their customers, like they're going away.
Well, that would endanger the businesses, not the customers.
Yeah, but I think that
that's how they phrased it. They're doing too much.
Make it sound a certain way here.
They're doing too much.
So let's see. Gaetz has emerged as one of the most outspoken House Republicans since his election in 2016 as representative for Florida's first congressional district, and how do we get to the meat of this?
Right there.
Okay, so a National Park Service commercial services strategy could take the place of at least 88 independent vendors. Under the proposals, the vendors wouldn't be banned from Crab Island, but they would be forced to operate in further out or operate further out, so they are outside of federal waters.
And I don't understand the federal waters part. Like the ocean, is that under federal waters? I mean, the harbor isn't. How can you say that Crab Island is part of federal waters? There is a section that is part of the Air Force, but it's on the flip side, like right there on the Gulf side. And then there is a Gulf National Park literally 4 miles down right there, but Crab Island is not part of it. So I don't understand how they can implement that in a place that is not government owned, if you will.
Well, let's see here. I was trying to see who owns the Choctawhatchee Bay.
Well, if you click that one, it will generally tell you.
I don't trust Wikipedia. I don't trust Wikipedia. I'll look this up later. But what it says here is that the National Park Service argues the change is needed to improve water quality, allow the damaged seagrass bed to recover, and reduce the risk of accidents. However, Gates strongly disagreed, and it says that Joe Biden's administration is even trying to ruin Crab Island.
Now, I will say that that's a stretch to me to bring Joe Biden into what the National Park Services is trying to do. But I understand because Biden is trying to make things so that there is more or less things in the water and in the air and in the land and whatever else with his clean air and all this other stuff. Although he's the one putting turbines into the ocean where the military would be hanging out over in like the Delaware, Maryland area. So it's a little iffy right there. But to me, that's a stretch to bring in the Biden administration for National Park Services.
He's got the tourists' best interest in mind. However, it would also possibly hurt businesses selling sunblock, because there would be no more sun, because he wants to block out the sun.
I thought you were going to say the boat rentals. I mean, if you shut down Crab Island and you make it so there's no vendors out there and you make it so people can't go to Crab Island, you've literally killed the entire city, because that is a huge, I don't know who you're pointing at.
Is the federal...
Who's that kid?
He looks like a Weekend Update.
Oh, Colin Jost? It's not. But yeah, it looks like him. But I mean, if they were to do this, you've literally killed the entire city, if you will, because Destin is known for its tourism, for its fishing. And if they're going to say that you can't be on Crab Island, then it's going to kill the fishing charters. It's going to kill the pontoon rentals. It's going to kill the jet skis. It's going to kill everything. And then anybody who owns anything here is up a creek. And then all you've done is take an entire city and basically wipe it out based off of one stupid business decision.
So Matt Getz, he threw this up on Twitter. Joe Biden's administration is even trying to ruin Crab Island. Improving safety and responsible commerce on Crab Island is best done in partnership with local communities, not as a federal mandate. Thank you, Destin Mayor Bobby Wagner, for working with me to represent our small businesses and constituents. We will fight to block this unsafe, unwise federal regulation plan.
I mean, think about it. If you had 2 movie theaters to pick from, in one movie theater you could go in and you could buy sodas, popcorn, and drinks and whatever.
I'm going to go to that one.
As opposed to the one that it's only the movies.
Oh, wait. I didn't know there was 2 options.
I said 2 theaters. So you have one that lets you still have the drinks and the popcorn and the candies, and you have one where all you can do is walk in, go see the movie, and walk out. You're not allowed to do anything else. Most people are going to pick the one that gives them the full experience versus whatever else. So you're going to kill Destin, and everybody's going back to Panama City.
I don't know if we're going to get that extreme. I don't know if I'm not going to Panama City.
I mean, I'm not going to Panama City, but what I'm saying is things here would start to dry up. If based off this one move, things would start to dry up. The people who have the condos at Moreno Point and the harbor, what is that, Grand Boulevard? No, what is that called?
Harbor Walk.
Harbor Walk. But what's the name of the place?
Emerald Grand.
Emerald Grand. What's the point in those anymore? The people buy those because one of the selling points is you get to watch all the boating. You get to watch.
You can still watch
all
that.
of the
It's just Crab Island will be vacant. It'll be barren.
But if that's vacant, that also means that you
actually,
are
I
going
take
over there
that
and
back.
fishing
I take that back.
not
Crab
allowed.
Island would not. So let's think about that. Crab Island would not actually change at all.
They're saying they want there to be less and for it to go away because they want the seabed to grow back. So it's not just the vendors that get pushed, it's the people who want to hang out there.
They can still hang out there.
How?
Because the mandate would ultimately push the vendors outside of the federal waters. But the people can still be there.
Well, then what's the point?
I'm just saying they can still be there.
But
I'm just saying they can still be
read it again. Because
I'm
saying is that doesn't make sense. What is the point in pushing the vendors out when the people are all still there?
Because they think that maybe pushing the vendors out will reduce the amount of people that are there. But I'm just saying the people could still be there. For instance, the other areas of all the water around us that don't have vendors, there are still people there. Like they can be wherever they want.
Yeah.
It would probably change things a little bit. And then you may see vendors outside of it, like saying, hey, before you go, make sure you'll have vendors like lining up at the marinas and different places like, here, take this with you because there's nobody out there to serve you. And then, of course, the tiki float charter would probably still operate, but people could still be there.
I'm looking more at the long-term big picture personally, because the way they said it, that they want to get rid of the vendors and everything else because they want the seabed to grow back, they want the water to be cleaner, they want the whatever else. That's not just vendors. There's like 7 people in little dinghies.
I understand what you're saying.
Talking about the rest.
But they can put a mandate on the businesses. They're not putting a mandate on the people.
No, I didn't say they're putting a mandate on the people, but it will drive everybody out.
They could if they then made Crab Island this protected area, maybe. But even then, that's not, no, I don't think that even, because reefs are protected, but people are still allowed around reefs. They just don't destroy the reefs. Yeah. So I think the only thing that they can do is mandate the businesses not operate in federal water.
The first domino.
And that would be a tough one because right there, Coast Guard is right there. And this is the same area where somebody got busted operating an illegal charter and he got hit with like a $98,000 fine. If they actually do this, they're going to get that money. And the word's going to get out, and then people aren't going to push it anymore. They're going to give up. They're going to quit. Which means they may end up searching for a new opportunity, a new way of making money, which, again, I think a lot of people are, based on the comments and the replies and the messages on Patreon and everything that everybody tells me, is that they want to find side hustles, ways to make money, quit their jobs, cover expenses, go on a vacation, save, invest, buy a new home, new car, whatever it may be. So I came across this interesting story here of a single mom and a side hustle for the lazy that will make you an extra $250,000. $250,000 is what is stated here. Now, I'm not going to read the whole thing, but the gist of it is she used Kindle Direct Publishing, which is offered by Amazon, and it's a tool to sell journals that she's designed on Canva. And she earns 70% of the proceedings, which is really good when you think about it.
Also doesn't sound lazy if you think about it. She had to put in work.
Because we don't get 70% from YouTube. So that's actually really good. And that was one of the videos I still need to work on putting together for you guys, which was the 4 apps. And Canva is one of the 4 apps that I use. So, so this is an online side hustle opportunity to make some good money, simple and easy, by designing these Kindle Direct Publishings. Now, I'm going to cover this in greater detail for those who are interested. I'll probably end up putting it on Patreon. But it says that many of the comments revealed that the hack, now she's got a hack to this to fast track the process. The hack actually worked, which is good. Comment here says, I tried this and chose a very controversial cover. And I sold 209 of these in the first week. So let's see how it goes from now. It's so good because I hold no stock. And that is amazing because you don't have any overhead. Amazon does it for you. And that is a game changer. I wouldn't want to have any business right now that had any inventory overhead unless it was, I don't know. I don't know any business right now that I would really, really want to have inventory in.
Yeah, I agree.
So, this one says, thank you. I've been looking for a budget-friendly way to get started. but others were skeptical of the scheme. I'll let you read these two.
This doesn't work. A woman said, I created and published mine 2 weeks ago, and so far nothing. I'm going to steer clear of this. A second wrote, there's something fishy about it.
Now, I have a real hard time trying to accept advice and opinions of those who have never tried.
Yeah. Well,
the second one to me seems like they never tried it.
Well, the first one to me, this doesn't work. I created and published mine 2 weeks ago, and so far nothing. All that says to me is that you didn't create something anybody was interested in. It doesn't mean it doesn't work. It just doesn't work for what you personally created on that one. Try again.
Homeboy said he created a controversial cover.
209 sold in the
Maybe
first
that's a clear indication here. I mean,
think about thumbnails on YouTube.
Think about headlines in newspapers.
You read the one that jumps out at you, not the one that is super tame. And same thing with thumbnails. You click on the one that looks like there's something that you have to see or whatever, not the one that tells you every single thing in the video.
You know, and for people who've never tried to tell others that it doesn't work, not to say that she is doing that. She says there's something fishy about it. That is quite possibly the biggest problem with a lot of folks who find themselves stuck in this box and wanting to get out and don't know how or are afraid to try. And it's because of things like this. Either they've been told by others who never tried, or they have this opinion themselves, all because of what? Because of what? You just don't like it? Like you don't like how it sounds? Meanwhile, other people are doing it and making money from it? Post a video on YouTube. 2 weeks goes by. Nobody viewed it. That doesn't mean that YouTube doesn't work. It doesn't mean that YouTube doesn't pay people.
Yeah.
Post a video on YouTube. It might blow up the first hour.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like a kid. I don't like peanut butter.
Is YouTube a scheme?
No.
Is YouTube a scheme? Like, this is literally, I have to look at it the same way. I don't like peanut butter. The kids don't like things they ain't never ate before.
But that's what I was going to say. I don't like peanut butter. Okay, well, you don't like peanut butter off a spoon? Okay, that makes sense. Put it on something else. So now she loves peanut butter on chocolate rice cakes. It's like her favorite thing in the world because she tried it instead of just, I don't like it.
Now, this actually brings to mind one of the links I have in the description for making money on social media. And some people are like, well, it's a scam. It's not going to work. And look, if that's your opinion, then odds are it won't work for you.
Yeah.
And also, if you have to invest in yourself or in your education or in your future or in knowledge and education to make more, what is wrong with that?
Yeah.
What is wrong with that?
It never made sense.
But then to turn your nose up at it and then try to steer others away.
That can't attitude. I have a whole video about it. Nope. That got a very low like rate because I was like, it's not that you can, it's that you won't. You got to understand the difference between the two.
I don't agree with it. But I do want to talk about that controversial topic. We talk about touching people. Getting all touchy-feely.
Okay.
Touching people.
I mean, I don't mind when you touch me, but I don't know where we're going with this, so.
Well, honestly, I'm going at what we are trying to do here on a regular basis, which is effectively touching people, others, through videos, virtually, and sometimes in person, because we have made some friends while doing this and just creating this community of people that just are like, man, I'm just happy to be here.
So what you're saying is we have that kind of marriage where we can touch other people?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. But yeah, I mean, it's like I felt it. I think you felt it with the message that came through Patreon the other day, and you've gotten it a whole lot more on your side. I can't win with this one. SquirrelTribe is always just
A child.
But you've always gotten these messages and emails and mail delivered. And literally touching people. And that is another thing about, like, if you're going to start a business or if you're going to start a channel or whatever it may be, you really got to figure out how you're going to touch people.
I agree.
You got to figure out how you're going to touch people. Because like I said it yesterday or the day before, people don't want to be sold. I think they want to be inspired to make purchases.
Yeah.
They're going to spend the money.
Yeah.
I just don't think that they want to be sold.
Which is why I don't have any brand, like sponsors. Do you know what I mean? The only one I ever did was Alpha because I liked Alpha and I
Alpha was good.
Juice and
when
stuff.
they sent, I mean,
They
they're
went out of business, unfortunately, but they were the only ones out of the thousands that have reached out that I was like, yeah, I'll do this.
There was a cost to Alpha.
Yeah.
And there was a cost to Alpha, and some folks would be like, oh, that's outrageous. That's egregious. And I'm thinking, it's not enough.
Yeah.
Between the creation,
Alpha juices were
the overhead, the creation, the packaging, the shipping, the marketing. I'm thinking to myself, there's no way.
They were cold pressed.
There's no way
that were made and shipped to you, so you had them within a certain amount of time frozen, and then once they defrosted, you had to drink them within a certain amount of time because they're cold pressed. They're not
roughly $8 a bottle.
Roughly $8 a bottle.
There's no way they could have been making more than $1 per bottle.
No, I mean, even if you go to Smoothie King, you're generally between $8 and $10 on a smoothie, and those aren't cold pressed. They're not straight juice. There's a bunch of ice in there and all other kinds of fluffers.
If I can't operate a business that produces 40% margin or better, there's no way I want to do it. No way I want to do it.
Yeah.
Unless my volume is just insane, and maybe we're getting down to 20%. But for what they were doing, I just couldn't see it. Couldn't see it. And look, there's nothing wrong with making money. There's nothing wrong with producing profit. There's nothing wrong with doing what you need to do to stay in business.
Yeah.
Because ultimately, it was a business that was unsustainable.
Yeah.
I believe. Now, even despite having other sponsors like...
Well, the problem is they didn't raise their price when inflation went through the roof.
Who's the other
And
ones?
that was the problem.
It was Anton Daniels and...
Oh, Six the Goddess.
Six. There you go. I remembered the goddess part. I couldn't remember the first. Six, all right?
Six the Goddess.
And so I just, it was crazy. And it was really good though.
Yeah.
And they sent the sample and I was like, I like this.
Yeah.
And shoot, that was it Georgia Peach?
Georgia Peach.
Man.
So good.
Man. Especially if you had it right out the freezer and had a little bit of
crunchiness to it.
Yeah, a little bit of, yeah.
Yeah, really good.
But essentially, ultimately, we have created and connected with you guys and created this online network of friends and family, which is really, really cool. And the Patreon members and messages, and now also the Instagram connection is really growing. And I think we're all doing good in this world by having these conversations and sharing these experiences and these videos and these pictures and being able to communicate and talk back and forth like real people. And the beauty of it is, I think, is that Patreon is now free. Patreon is now free. So you can just go over there and you can sign up for our Patreon without spending any money. You can choose to donate. You can choose to sign up for a different tier. But also, the free option exists, and we have had a lot of people signing up for free. Additionally, Instagram is free too, and more people are showing up for Instagram. Make sure you use the link in the description to get to my Instagram so you don't get the wrong one, because there's a fake one out there that's pretending to be me. But then also, the Instagram has a link in the bio for all the other links. So that is where you'll find pretty much everything that we have now and will have in the future. And it simplifies it. So like I can just update that link whenever I want. I don't have to make like this wild, broad announcement to let everybody know, which ultimately will never let everybody know because you just can't.
Yeah.
But I'm really excited about it. I'm really happy about it, and I'm looking forward to it more. And you guys have definitely shown your love in the live streams, in the premiere that we had last night, and so many other ways. So I just want to say thank you guys and really do appreciate it.
Ditto.
We're going to leave now and get ready to go, maybe.
In theory, I'm going to ask the kid.
And more videos to come. More polls. Make sure you vote in the polls, because the polls are definitely going to have an impact on the future video concepts and ideas that we bring to you. Make sure you're watching all the channels if they interest you, and if they don't, all good. And you guys take care. Be safe. We'll see you real soon.
Bye.